英語で国内ニュースです。優しい英語で今日の出来事をお届けします。
Repeated rain bans brought record rainfall to Chiba Prefecture. The disaster has killed 13 people. More than 2,300 homes have suffered flooding, including damage above and below floor level. Meanwhile, Chiba City expects to finish moving about 2,500 vehicles left on city roads today.
On August 16th, Jared Kushner, President Trump's son-in-law, met a Hamas delegation in Egypt. Because the United States designates Hamas as a terrorist organization, direct talks are unusual. Hamas leader al-Hayya reportedly thanked the Trump administration for improving Gaza's humanitarian situation and again promised disarmament. A researcher said the talks show Hamas has become a solution rather than a problem for the United States.
On the 19th, temperatures were expected to rise across western Japan. Some areas in northern Kyushu, including Kumamoto, faced dangerously hot conditions. People were urged to take strong steps to prevent heat stroke. Meanwhile, moist air was expected to make the atmosphere unstable in northern and eastern Japan, bringing the possibility of heavy rain.
On August 19th, selling spread in Tokyo, especially among semiconductor-related stocks. Investors were concerned that higher crude oil futures prices and rising long-term interest rates could hurt company earnings. The Nikkei average fell more than 2,100 points at one point during the morning session.
Typhoon number 18 formed at noon on August 19th near the Truk Islands, far southeast of Japan. The storm is expected to move gradually northwest. It could affect Japan next week. The meteorological agency is urging people to pay close attention to future updates about the storm and its path.
Police in Osaka arrested a 61-year-old former Takanaka Corporation site manager on suspicion of breach of trust. He allegedly worked with a subcontractor to inflate charges for interior work at a temporary expo office, causing about 13.69 million yen in damage. Investigators say some extra money was used for renovations to his home and a relative's restaurant.
Actress Keiko Kishi has died at her home in Yokohama. She died of old age on August 7th at the age of 93. Kishi became popular after appearing in the 1953 hit film Your Name. She was also active as a writer. She was born in Yokohama.
A 15-year-old middle school boy in Omuta, Fukuoka, was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder and arson. Police say he poured a gasoline-like liquid in his home while his parents slept and set it on fire. His father suffered burns, his mother was unharmed, and the house was destroyed. The boy admitted the allegations.
Los Angeles Dodgers player Shohei Ohtani hit his 30th home run of the season against the Colorado Rockies. It was his second straight game with a home run. The achievement gave him at least 30 home runs for 6 consecutive seasons. The Dodgers won the game, giving the team its second straight victory.
次は社会のニュースです。
An employee of a major general contractor has been arrested on suspicion of breach of trust. He was the site manager for construction at the Osaka Kansai Expo venue. He allegedly inflated bills for expo work and had a subcontractor renovate his home, causing the company losses of more than 13 million yen.
A driver is suspected of attempted murder after stopping a car on a railway crossing. A vehicle behind it then collided with a train. The people in the following vehicle escaped safely. The case involved a stopped car, a following vehicle, and a train.
Typhoon number 18 has formed near the Truk Islands in the Pacific Ocean. The new storm is located in the waters near the island group. The report confirms its formation, but provides no other information about the storm. It does not describe its strength, movement, or possible effects.
Prince and Princess Akishino left Haneda Airport on the evening of August 18th. They are traveling to Paraguay for an official visit. During the visit, they will meet Japanese immigrants and their descendants. They will also reflect on the difficult history of the immigrants and their achievements.
Temperatures are expected to rise across Japan on August 19th, bringing dangerous heat. Kumamoto City, Saga City, and Kurumi in Fukuoka may reach 38 degrees Celsius. Highs of 37 degrees are forecast in Hita, 35 in Osaka, and 34 in Tokyo and Nagoya. Heat stroke alerts cover 14 prefectures.
Standards for the number of toilets needed in stores, workplaces, and schools will be reviewed. The current standards use different measures for waiting times for men and women. The review aims to reduce long lines in women's restrooms. The revised standards are expected to be published within this fiscal year.
The Ground Self-Defense Force says that collecting personal information was within the scope of its mission. The statement concerns the Self-Defense Force's gathering of personal information. The report provides no further details about what information was collected, whose information was involved, or the mission connected to the collection.
Kyoto City has recognized a helper's actions as psychological abuse under the law to prevent abuse of people with disabilities. During care for a man with a severe disability, the helper left for about 2.5 hours to play pachinko. The man went outside alone and was protected by police. He was not injured.
Unit 3 at Kansai Electric Power's Ohi nuclear power plant automatically stopped after damage was found in a part connecting a generator. The report says there were no injuries and no impact on the surrounding environment. The automatic stop followed the damage found in the generator connection.
次はビジネス関連のニュースです。
Japan's Nikkei stock index fell more than 2,100 points at one point on August 19th, reaching the 65,300 range. It opened 648.46 points lower at 66,812.927. Selling focused on artificial intelligence and semiconductor shares, uncertainty in the Middle East, and rising long-term interest rates also pressured Japanese and U.S. stocks.
President Donald Trump said the United States will pause a planned 50% additional tariff on some Canadian imports for 3 days. The measure was scheduled for early August 19th, Japan time. It covers about $20 billion in goods, including wine, dairy products, and wooden furniture. Trump said the pause followed an agreement with Canada.
Police in Osaka arrested a 61-year-old former general site manager of Takenaka Corporation on suspicion of breach of trust. Investigators say he instructed a subcontractor to overcharge the company by more than 13 million yen for Expo construction. The extra money was allegedly used for his home renovation and work at a relative's restaurant.
Japan and Australia are set to work together on tests of missiles with a long range. Japan's Defense Minister Koizumi discussed the plan in a meeting. The cooperation is being considered on the assumption that the missiles could be used as part of Japan's counterstrike capability. This is the main point of the reported plan.
The Defense Ministry plans to begin developing a hypersonic missile launched from underwater as a tool for Japan's counterstrike capability. It is also studying launch systems for long-range missiles on unmanned submarines. Another plan calls for cheap, long-range attack drones using civilian products designed for quick, mass production. These projects are listed without requested amounts.
Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi met Yemen's Presidential Council Chairman Rashad al-Alimi in Riyadh. Saudi Arabia, Motegi said Japan would continue supporting the Yemeni government because stability near the Bab el-Mandeb Strait is important to international development. The two agreed to cooperate for regional peace and stability. Motegi also condemned Houthi attacks on Saudi Arabia.
The Japanese government has released draft basic principles for balancing generative artificial intelligence development with protection of intellectual property rights. The draft asks businesses to disclose how they collect the data used to train generative artificial intelligence. The request is intended to ensure transparency. The principles may be applied as early as this autumn.
Japan's transport minister says the government will inspect similar chimneys across the country. The decision follows the collapse of a chimney at a paper mill in Yatsushiro, Kumamoto Prefecture during the Kumamoto earthquake. 9 people died in that accident. The minister said the nationwide investigation would examine chimneys like the one involved.
Ja-e Zen no Niigata set the preliminary payment for 2026 koshihikari rice at 18,500 yen per 60 kilograms. That is 40% below the 2025 level of 30,000 yen. The group cited growing private rice stocks and slow advance contracts with wholesalers. Other prices also fell as rice surpluses and higher storage costs affected distribution.
では、スポーツニュースをお伝えします。
Reports say the Korea Football Association provided sexual hospitality to foreign referees, including Japanese referees who handled international matches for the national team. Japan Football Association President Tsuneyasu Miyamoto spoke to reporters about the report. He said the association is moving forward with efforts to confirm the facts.
Boston Red Sox player Masataka Yoshida is on the injured list with an injury to the back of his left thigh. Acting manager Tony Tracy said the injury was serious. He expects Yoshida to return no earlier than late in the regular season.
Los Angeles Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani hit his 30th home run of the season against the Colorado Rockies. It was his second home run in 2 games. Ohtani has now reached 30 home runs for 6 straight seasons. The Dodgers won their second straight game in Denver.
4 teams have reached the semifinals of Japan's summer high school baseball tournament. Kendai Takasaki reached the semifinals for the first time. Chiban Wakayama returns after 5 years, Tenri after 9, and Yokohama after 18. The semifinals are August 20. Chiban Wakayama will play Yokohama, and Tenri will play Kendai Takasaki.
Toronto Blue Jays infielder Kazuma Okamoto hit a huge solo home run, his 25th of the season, in a 10-5 win over the Tampa Bay Rays. It was his first homer in August and broke Toronto's rookie record. He hit it in the 5th inning, ending a 17-game wait between home runs.
Chicago White Sox infielder Munetaka Murakami hit his 29th home run of the season against the Chicago Cubs. The shot came in the 3rd inning and struck the large video screen beyond left field. A Cubs fan caught the ball and threw it back onto the field. Murakami is now 1 homer short of 30.
Former Yokohama High School baseball manager Motonori Watanabe has died. His former players, including alumni who later became professional baseball players, spoke about their feelings after his death. Watanabe was from Kanagawa Prefecture. He became Yokohama High's baseball manager in 1968.
Barcelona has officially announced the signing of Spanish midfielder Rodri from Manchester City. He has signed a 4-year contract through June 30, 2030. Rodri captained Spain at the 2026 World Cup, started all 8 matches, helped Spain win its second title, and was named the tournament's most valuable player.
Dodgers closer Edwin Diaz has been placed on the injured list because of neck inflammation. After returning from right elbow surgery on July 30th, he struggled, allowing 3 earned runs against Colorado and raising his earned run average to 11.85. His recent struggles have raised questions about pressure or the yips. His postseason role remains uncertain.
続いて国際ニュースです。
Talks between the United States and Iran over the Strait of Hormuz are stalled. On August 18th, the United Arab Emirates said that 2 ballistic missiles had been launched from Iran toward the UAE. Iran denied involvement. The announcement came while discussions between the 2 countries over the waterway remained at a standstill.
South Korea's military says its regular joint exercise with the United States will end on August 21. At the request of the U.S. side, the exercise will last about half as long as originally planned. South Korean media reported that drills based on a counterattack against North Korea will not be held.
President Donald Trump is strongly urging his aides to arrange a summit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un this autumn, according to a report citing U.S. government officials. The report says Trump wants the meeting to take place this fall. The reported request concerns a possible meeting between the 2 leaders.
The United States has imposed sanctions on International Criminal Court President Tomoko Akane and senior lawyer Abdoulaye say their U.S. assets will be frozen and they will be largely cut off from the U.S. financial system. The court condemned the action, saying it harms the rule of law and threatens international justice.
The Trump administration says it will give Canada a 3-day delay before imposing an additional 50% tariff on certain imports, including dairy products. The tariff had been scheduled to take effect shortly after 1 p.m. Japan time on August 19th. The administration announced the grace period for the new tariff.
An American television network has sued the Trump administration, asking a court to stop an early review of its broadcast license renewal. The network says the administration is moving the review forward to gain more influence over its programming. The lawsuit challenges the government's handling of the broadcast license review.
On August 18th, a Russian missile hit a settlement in eastern Ukraine, killing 10 people. At the same time, Ukraine carried out a large drone attack inside Russia. Heavy attacks by both sides are continuing, with missile and drone strikes part of the ongoing exchange.
A report says the U.S. Defense Department is considering reducing American troop levels in the Persian Gulf after operations against Iran end. Iranian retaliation damaged U.S. bases, forcing reconstruction and a review of the military posture. A regional commander is open to moving forces west. The defense secretary has not formally ordered a review.
Long-term interest rates are rising around the world, including in the United States, Japan, and Europe. Concerns about inflation caused by high oil prices and worsening government finances are contributing to the increase. Meanwhile, major technology companies are issuing huge amounts of corporate debt amid the artificial intelligence boom, adding another factor to the market.
続いて文化・芸能ニュースをお伝えします。
Keiko Kishi, a leading Japanese international actress and essayist, died at her home in Yokohama on August 7th from old age. She was 93. Her funeral was held privately. Kishi became a national star after playing Machiko in the 1953 film Kimi no Na wa. She also acted in films in Japan and abroad and won an essay award.
Takuji Suzuki, a member of the comedy trio Yonsen Toshin, was referred to prosecutors on suspicion of violating Tokyo's public nuisance law. He allegedly touched a woman at a music event in June. His agency suspended him. During questioning, Suzuki said he had been drinking, did not remember everything clearly, and deeply regretted his actions.
Producer Jerry Bruckheimer says he is still talking with Johnny Depp about a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. However, Jack Sparrow will not be the main character. The story is expected to focus on a new character played by Margot Robbie, while Depp's character may have a supporting role.
A new 3-episode spin-off of Bayside Shakedown will stream exclusively on Prime Video from September 4th. The story explores the 13 years missing from the life of police officer Shunsaku Aoshima. A cassette tape leads investigator Yukio Akashi to trace Oshima's unknown activities, using his unusual theories and imagination.
The latest average circulation of Weekly Shonen Jump has fallen below 1 million copies for the first time. The magazine now averages slightly more than 980,000 copies. During its peak, it published about 6.5 million copies. The figures come from a survey by the Japan Magazine Publishers Association.
Composer and conductor Joe Hisaishi has received 3 Guinness World Records. 2 recognize the highest ticket sales for consecutive classical performances at venues in Tokyo and Los Angeles. The 3rd recognizes the longest consecutive concert run by a classical composer after 7 nights at New York's Radio City Music Hall.
Singer Chisato Moritaka and her agency will donate a total of 120 million yen to support recovery from the Kumamoto earthquake. Her agency will give 100 million yen, and Moritaka will give 20 million yen to Kumamoto Prefecture. Donation boxes will also be placed at her concerts in September and October.
Shogi player Tomoka Nishiyama defeated Kana Fukuma in the 4th game of the Kire title match, winning the series 3-1. Nishiyama captured the title for the first time and returned to holding 4 women's titles. Nishiyama and Fukuma now hold 4 titles each, and they will meet again in the upcoming Hakurei match.
A large Pokemon Go event will take place in Sendai from November 6 to 8, overlapping with entrance examinations at Tohoku University. Hotel rooms are already difficult to find, and some prices have risen sharply. Sendai has asked 5 hotel industry groups to provide information about available rooms and cancellations for students and their families.
今日のニュースは以上です。最後までお付き合いいただき、ありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。